I'm going to show you a selection of piped lettering and borders using Royalicing. First of all, I've put some Royalicing into a piping tube that I've previously made. If you're not sure how to make it, if you want to look at one of my previous videos that I've posted, you'll find it there. So what you do is you hold your piping bag between two fingers, and then you put your thumb on the edge where you've turned it over, and you put the pressure on with your thumb. To start piping, you need to touch the surface of what you decorated, press with your thumb, lift the icing up, and when you're ready to stop piping, drop down. So you touch what you're piping onto, lift up, drop down. This is a selection of lines that you could use on a cake or a biscuit or a cupcake. If you were wanting to do crisscross lines, you could do. You would need to turn your cake or shape around so you could pipe a different way to make it more easily for you. You can also pipe dots by just pressing with your thumb lightly, stopping piping and pull upwards. Press, pull upwards, press, pull upwards. You can make them smaller with just the tiniest amount of pressure, or you can press more to make them bigger, or press even more to make them larger still. If you want to do borders, then you could choose to a slightly larger tube, then you wouldn't have to apply so much pressure. But for quite delicate work, I find the best thing to do is to just put varying amounts of pressure depending on what you actually want to pipe. It's quite handy having a dishcloth available so that if there's any excess icing on the end of the tube, you're able to wipe it away and keep the tube clean on the end at all times. Royalicing work can be a little bit messy, but I really enjoy doing it. So we've done some dots. We could form these into maybe a design for a border by putting less on each row. Or we could put them all in a line. We could maybe make a wavy line like this and then put a dot in each of the curved shapes. Like that. Or we could do a wavy line and just put the dots on the same side. Like that. We could use the lines that we've previously made, maybe make them closer together like this. And then in between, maybe make a design like this. You could keep them parallel, a bit like a ladder. And put your little dot in between like that. You could change the dots from being in lines and make them into a flower shape perhaps. So you could pipe a centre, then pipe several dots around and have a 5 or a 6 petal flower. You could change the flower up and make it into embroidery. So you've got a centre again. And then maybe put like a little branch and a leaf like this. You could, on a cake, you could turn it and do the same pattern on the other side. These little leaf shapes make me think of the beading that we can also put round a cake for a border edge. So what you would do in that case is you would pipe a shell shape with a little tail and then continue on the top like this and make some sort of beading effect. You can make those bigger or change to a different size tube. Make them as big as you like. Also, we could pipe some lettering maybe. So you could either use straight lines for your lettering. Oops, slight curve there. Or you could make curved decorative lettering. For example, like this. Not sure what letter we're turning that into, but there we are. And then we could make more circular motions like this as some sort of decoration. We could make scrolls. Try not to scratch your icing too much onto the surface. You are better if you're a little bit away for your decoration, like that. And it's always best, as I was saying before, to actually pipe and lift up. Get rid of that one. So you'd pipe like that, go around. There's lots more different ideas. Maybe you'll see those on the next video.